Hello, crypto pioneers. We have a day just bathed in red, as you can see. This is the investing.com website where it's just showing US indexes bathed in red. And there are a lot of reasons for this. And we're going to cover some of those today, but also we're going to talk about the crypto that I have been promoting somewhat. I definitely own it, and I'm super proud to own it, and that I think it has so much upside because it's got a real business case. But let's look at the crypto. Let's look at the crypto market real quick here and see what we're looking at there. Yeah, it's not nearly as bad as the stock indexes actually. And one of the reasons is that the stock indexes are tied to countries' economies and a variety of different financial factors, whereas the crypto world is basically trying to replace those. And so keep that in mind. That's a big reason why crypto should be a part of everybody's game plan, especially when it comes to the central bank digital currencies that we need an option for. So what we're going to take a look at is the trading charts. We're going to go to BTC, of course, the granddaddy of them all, USDT, or yeah. Oh, shoot, we got the wrong one. Let's go back. Sorry about that. BTC, USD. And we're going to use Coinbase. And we'll take a look at the main chart. And what we're going to find out is that, much like I've been saying, we're in that narrow trend. And we're not going up too much. We're not going down too much. This is on a weekly basis. It says Bitcoin is slightly top heavy on a weekly basis so that the momentum is more down than up, but it's not. Let's just say it's definitely got the potential for more moves up from here. So I'm not ruling it out. But if we go down to a daily basis, which is the one that I usually use, we definitely have more. We're in a trending zone. We don't have tremendous momentum up, and we don't have tremendous momentum down. I would say the momentum is downward. I'll tell you why. It's just a liquidity crunch. We go into the, and by the way, my calls were correct in the other ones. I said we had a slight movement up. We're on a downward trend right now. So on an hourly basis, we've definitely got a downward move baked into the cake. 2-hour basis, also down. So in the broad picture, which is what BTC gives us, we're on a downward basis, and on a weekly basis, we are also sort of trending down. So the crypto isn't ready to rip higher yet, unless you trade some alternative ones. Let's take a look at Ethereum, which isn't necessarily the one that I would jump onto. I'm not a big Ethereum fan. It was useful at a certain point. It is now a pain in the rear. Also headed down. That's on a weekly basis, not super strong. On a daily basis, it's got some upward momentum on a daily basis, but nothing that's going to rip your neck off. Downward, more or less, on a 2-hour basis, and this is for you day traders out there. Downward movement. Not massive collapse downward, but definitely downward trend. So let's get to some positive. Solana also, before I get to the final one that I think, so let's get to Solana. Solana, downward trend. That's on an hourly basis for right now. If we go to the 4-hour basis, we could be nearing a point on the 4-hour basis where we're going to have an upward move. We're not there on the 2-hour basis, and on the daily basis, let's see here. Same thing, kind of trending. I'm not looking for great things from Solana for the near term. Let's see how we're doing on a weekly basis. It's headed down on an overall big picture basis. It's headed down. It had a really nice spike, and now it's headed down. So, Solana's a great project. I absolutely am a huge fan of Solana. I've used it for some of my own projects, but on a financial basis, it's definitely on a downward trend. So, yeah, it had a nice spike here, and we may get another one up in a little bit, unless there's some dramatic change. But let's look at one that I've been pounding the table on, is an absolute screaming great project. So even on a weekly basis, it's top heavy, but it still has upward movement, and you can get way higher. So this still has upward momentum on a weekly basis. On a daily basis, it's got plenty of upward momentum. It is getting top heavy, as you can see from this exponential, and it will reverse. In fact, I sold out of some of my position, but I bought in. I bought in around here, so I've ridden it all the way up recently. Now on a 2-hour basis, it is a little bit top heavy. It is going to be coming down on a 2-hour basis. Let's see what a 1-hour basis. Same thing on the 1-hour basis. We're definitely headed slightly down. 3-hour basis. Let's see if we can get a report on it. Yeah, it's headed down somewhat on a 3-hour basis, and up to 4 hours. We are actually, it says on the 4 hours we have some room to go, but we're definitely top heavy. This is my indicator that I on my channel, coinpicker.us, that I created. This is what I offer people, bots to trade off of this indicator, and it's super accurate. But on a daily basis, which is what I use primarily, on a daily basis, it still has room to run. Believe it or not, even with this exponential climb, it still has room to run. So I've still held on to some Link, but I'm just letting you know that Link, unlike many of the other cryptos, has solid business reasons why it should increase in value significantly. Now, if we were to dial out to weeks, many weeks, we could see that it had a high in the 50 area. Now, that was a very brief peak, but in the 40 area, not a problem. And I think as things continue, every reason to believe that ChainLink could at least double, if not get way higher. I think personally that ChainLink should be in the range of Ethereum and things like that, $75, $100, $250 minimum, and then get up into the range of Ethereum. Or for that matter, Ethereum should come down. Now, another one that I've been playing around with, and I would say is definitely a new potential Ethereum one, is ZetaChain. Now, ZetaChain doesn't have any real data because it's so new. But as I had said before, I had predicted before, I said ZetaChain was at a low point and it's going to rebound, and it did. When I made that call, it was at 135. It went up to around 147. Let's do a 15-minute chart. Oh, yeah. ZetaChain is about to make a big move here in a brief period of time up. It's at 136.70. I think it could make a pretty nice snapback above 150 for you day traders and things like that. So the long and short of it is, here's where we're at. We got a liquidity crunch in the entire financial complex. Evergrande in China took down $300 billion. That's going to devalue the rest of the property companies, and bills are not going to get paid, basically, and debts are not going to get paid. That is a drain of liquidity. That puts a push towards national currencies. The US dollar, even though it's junk, is still one of those national currencies that people are going to run to. That means people might unload their crypto, those kinds of things. But with a massive debt issuance of $10 trillion coming up, that pushes people out of national currencies into things like crypto, Bitcoin, etc. So we're competing forces, and the issue is which one is going to win. Well, what it looks like is happening is somewhat crypto is actually holding its own fairly well, whereas we're seeing massive inflation, and you can just ignore the DXY, the dollar index. That's really a bogus one. Check it against gold, check it against silver, check it against commodities. Gold has kind of been trending. It hasn't been able to get up much. But in terms of the crypto world, we have to focus on cryptos that have real world business use, real world business case. That's why ChainLink is outperforming. And those that are like that are outperforming. Gaming ones sometimes can outperform because they have business cases, so to speak. And I'll find some more other than just ChainLink. Zeta will have massive business case use, and I think Zeta could really become, as I said, like an Ethereum or something along those lines. It could be very, very substantial chain, and I think it should get way over into the double digits, even triple digits eventually. So that is it for now, and we will see everybody tomorrow. Thank you for watching, and subscribe and click the like button. We really appreciate it.